Hello, welcome back into another episode of Final Fantasy Questing. We are going to jump back in to our Conjurer quest first while we are still in Gridania. I'm not sure if this will lead us out of Gridania, but the current quest that we are on for the MSQ is going to take us to Ul'dah, so I figured we should do our quest for Conjurer before we jump away from that. The other thing I wanted to do before we jump in is I realized we did 2 dungeons in the last episode. And we got some gear. Okay, we do have new stuff. Ooh, we got a whole new look. Okay. I realized we did 2 dungeons and got gear, but I didn't equip any of it. We look ridiculous. We're gonna look ridiculous for a while. We are not currently participating in the fashion show that is Final Fantasy. It's fine. Okay, let's go over here. Let's pick up our quest. Oh, I clicked on my airship. That doesn't help. Alright, level 25. Like mother, like daughter. Brother Izumi Yon requires your assistance in a matter concerning the young conjurer Sylphie. Welcome, Sophia. The tales of your deeds reach me even here in the cloistered heart of Stillglade Fane. Glad I am that you have come, for I would ask your assistance in a matter of some delicacy. It concerns, yes, young Sylphie once again. As you can no doubt imagine, the recent revelations concerning her mother have sorely troubled the poor child. It appears Sylphie needed some time alone to sort through the whirlwind of emotions which now behest her. She has, in short, fled from the guild. Fortunately, a party of conjurers who were dispatched to the South Shroud to investigate another instance of corruption sent word that they have spotted our wayward Sylphie. Considering the importance of their mission, I would not seek to distract the conjurers from their task. Thus, I turn to you to escort Sylphie back here in the guild, or to the guild. You are, I believe, one of the few people whom she will listen. Pray travel to Busgarin's Duthers and speak with Wolfu. She was the conjurer who first chanced upon Sylphie and will be able to tell you more of how the young lady fares. Alright. So, I was going to say, I don't think we've gone to the South Shroud yet. We've gone to the Central Shroud, so we can go at least that far. But we have not actually been to the South Shroud yet. So we'll port like this, and then we'll have to run the rest of the way. It's gonna take some getting used to that we're not in the hooded outfit anymore. Honestly, I kind of like the look of that. I don't know. I don't really know how we're gonna, actually officially style her or anything like that. Okay, let's see. So we're headed... Okay, we got a little ways to head. Okay. Because I don't know, obviously we're gonna do glamours at some point in this playthrough. We don't have it unlocked yet, and I don't remember. Once we get to the Waking Sands, I think that if I'm remembering correctly, the quest to learn about glamours is over there. Which, if you know, feel free to correct me. I can always, of course, Google it as well. But we'll mess around with glamours at some point and make some outfits, but also we really just don't have a lot of options right now or a lot of gil to buy anything, so we're just gonna wear our weird mishmash of outfits. Their mount is a unicorn. That's so cute. I like it. Alright, so we made it to the South Shroud, so now we just gotta head over here, which I think I might also wander to at least one of the cities to get an Aetherite attuned to, even if we don't need to go over there for questing, so then we don't have to walk as far if we need to come back to the Shroud. Okay. Let's see. The inside of the building? No, they're over here. Okay. Hello, fellow conjurers. Well met again, Sophia. I assume Brother Izumi warned you of the corruption my companions and I have been tasked with purifying here in the South Shroud. The source of this extensive blight is found to the southeast. The shrill, discordant voices of the elementals shriek their dismay in the vicinity of the withered tree ant. I suggest you give the area a wide berth. Considering the potential dangers, you might imagine how alarmed I was to discover young Sylvie wandering about this part of the Twelveswood. It seems that her mother, a woman who healed with Conjurer, but remained untrained by the guild, called this region her home. Sylvie herself had her head buried in some manner of tome, but if she is as sensitive to the elementals murmuring as I am led to believe, then the din within her mind must be driving her to distraction. Pray speak to the child and see that she is well. I would do so myself if our current duty was not so pressing. We will, in fact, be setting out at any moment. Alright. Let's go talk to her, shall we? She in here? Oh, she's in here. Okay. Sophia, I should have known that Wolfine would tattle on me, and Brother Isumi sent you to take me back, didn't he? This is where my mother used to live, you know, right up until she passed on. Folk were grateful for the healing she offered. And this is the journal she used to keep. There's an entry that explains how nature becomes furious when conjurers use their art. How there are always more people wounded in battles when mortals abuse the power that is not theirs to take. My mother refused to draw on nature because she was scared of making it angry. She wouldn't lie about such things, and I want to do what she would have wanted. I'm going to stop using Conjurer altogether. I've never heard the voices this mad before. I bet it's because Wolfie and the others are overusing their art. We have to go and stop them. No, child. Please listen to the other people who are actually educated in the thing you think you know about. Children. It's fine. As a teacher, I'm just going, fine, child. I will chase after you, apparently, is what we're doing. Sure, why not? Like, at least, like, she's doing it with good intention behind things, but also, like, child, you're gonna get yourself hurt. If this was, like, you know, not an area that had, like, a bunch of creatures around that could, you know, injure you or things like that, then maybe you could run off and whatnot. But this is not a safe area to be just running off in. Go up? Where am I going? Up and around, I think? Going. Oh, I see it. I see the glow. Okay. Yeah, we're not. No, Sophie, we're not going to stop them. Oh, it is a duty, though. Interesting. She actually going to try them. Try to stop them. Gods, it's so loud. Can't you hear it? Nature is shrieking in rage. Alright, purify the corrupted earth. Like, obviously we're gonna help the... Oh. The Conjurers. Nature is angry with us. We mustn't use any more conjuring. We're only making nature more furious. Eruption is worse than I expected. Alright. I have time to not, but I missed the rest of it. I just realized these are called mud pie. Why is it called mud pie? Okay. Oh, we made the tree angry. We made the tree angry. Or something. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted to click on. Aw, dang it. Now, nature sends thunder and lightning against us. What more proof do you need? Elementals are angry too? We're really in trouble now. Okay, why is it staying? Is it old or did something happen to it? contours are not looking great. There we go. Oh. I didn't realize it was 2 trees. Oh, and we have another one of blood things. Oh, goodness. Okay. Smack him! The sound it's making is so silly. Wait, it's a princess that says Mud Pie Princess. Oh, I love this game. I can't believe nature actually helped us. There was nothing scary about it at all. I might still wonder if it really was safe for conjurers to borrow that power if I hadn't seen the way you wield it. Nothing could seem more natural. I think it's time I went back to the guild. There are a few things I need to collect first, so please go ahead without me. Okay, if you say so. We're trusting you on this. At least it's not like a quest that we have to like escort her back safely. Those are always the worst kinds of quests, of like trying to get them to be, you know, trying to safely get them back, you know, and the pathing, it's a mess. Okay, we'll head back this way. I feel like we're not exactly wearing Conjurer gear anymore. I think this is the same outfit my Arcanist ended up having for a bit, I think. But also it's the dungeon gear, I think, is what we're wearing, so. Welcome back, Sophia, and also Sophie. Oh, and you also, Sophie. Brother Isumi, I'm sorry I ran away like that. I understand, child. Did you find the answers you sought? Yes. Thanks to Sophia, she showed me that nature was nothing to be afraid of. I think I know why my mother refused to call upon its power. She believed the act caused suffering to nature itself. I see. So it was her very love of nature that prevented her from drawing on its strength. Tell me, Sophie, has the fog of indecision now lifted from your mind? It has, Guildmaster. I understand now why my mother chose the path she did. Full glad I am to hear that, for I must ask of you one more question. Yes, Brother Isumi? When you first witnessed Sophia cleanse a corrupted element, you mentioned hearing voices. How exactly did they sound? The voices? Well, they sounded joyful, like a crowd letting out a sudden cheer. I really heard them, I swear. I am sure you did, Sophie. This is a gift. Conjurers may sense the power of nature and borrow from its strength, but not all can hear its whispers. What you described are the voices of the elementals. You may very well possess the talent to become a hearer. A hearer? Of course, much relies on your studies of conjury. You have a natural aptitude, but thus far lacked commitment. You must not neglect your training, Sophie. Putting aside such matters for a moment, I am curious to hear about the disturbance you observed in the South Shroud, Sophia. I assume from the reports I received that it was of a different magnitude to those which you have previously encountered. Am I correct? Definitely. This bodes ill. The creatures known as mud pies are not native to the Twelveswood. I wonder what relation this may have to the seemingly ever-increasing frequency of these disturbances. Something beyond the damage wrought by the calamity afflicts the Twelveswood. I shall commune with the elementals and seek to identify this threat. Sophie, I may have need of both of you before long. Until then, give yourselves over to the study of our art. Ever shall the earth meet your footfall and the wind guide your path. Ooh. Are we gonna immediately ditch the thing that we got from the dungeon? Or do we want... Oh. I don't know which one we want. All of these are improvements. Do we want glasses? Oh my gosh. I don't... I don't know if I can handle us having little glasses on. This one I think is probably the best because it was the most plus things. I don't know. We're getting something. Okay, we are only level 29, and I'm assuming this is level 30. Yes, so we will come back once we have hit level 30, which, considering we're like halfway through the level right now, let's equip our things here, because we did get another wand. Oh, we got another shield. Okay. Snazzy. I'm assuming us questing through main story today will bring us to the next level, would be my guess. But in the meantime, we're going to head back over to our main story, which is over by the inn, and we got to go talk to Maureen. Because we're going to go head to Ul'dah, is my understanding here. So let's head down the familiar path, back over this direction, to a familiar friend, shall we? Oh, someone's playing music. Fancy. Okay, level 16, Call of the Desert. Maureen has information on a new task. So you're not adverse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Mamadoi, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the sultanate versions of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Sophia, and good luck. Okay, off to Ul'dah we go. I think since we're here, I think it's probably cheaper to just take the airship. So we're gonna just go down here and try that in theory. Actually, I don't remember. I actually have to talk to them. Ticketer. Yeah, I want to go to Ul'dah. Yes, for 120. Yes, that's gonna be much cheaper. Because I think it's like 400 something, I think, to just teleport there. So we'll do the fancy airship. Also, it's just more fun. Because why not? There we are. The steps of Nald. This hat looks so ridiculous on us. It's fine. Alright, I think it's over this way. Go out of here. Let's go. Oh, no, I want to go to this one. There we go. Okay, so where exactly are we going here? Okay, we're going back out to the main area. Gotcha. Okay. I have wandered around Ul'dah a bit, but it's not... It's one that I'm still not great about navigating the, like, layers of it. But luckily, I did wander and attune to the main ones, so we do have a couple of the other little ones that we are attuned to. So we don't have to run all the way there ourselves. Okay, I think we're going in here. Ah, there it is. There's so many people in here. Hello, everybody. Oh, right. Okay. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Sophia Star Racer by chance? Maureen sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Snazzy. Okay, level 17, into a copper hell. Midori is waiting to brief you on your task. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God's almighty, another second under the sun, and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Alala. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It's just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. All the Lalas. I love Lalas. So this winsome lass is the much lauded adventurer, is she? Marvelous. Marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lady. I am Papa Sean, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Okay. Mayhaps you'd like to appraise Sophia of her mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Imogen and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copper Bell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. Oh. Maybe a big problem in terms of size. These giants are of the clan known as Conishires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Cantonshires to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will, but as is off the way of such tales, these enchantments eventually failed and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Cantonshires, our ancestors induced a collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the Great Giant Revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demands for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copper Bell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you put an end to this sorry business. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in Western Thalin. Do take care, you hear? And one last thing before you depart. An employee of the Imogen and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. All right. Oh, they're right there. Okay. Looking for Painted Mesa, or Mesa, you found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, cause things ain't pretty down there. The Hacantonshires, what's you're supposed to say it, left the place in a right state and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ul dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well that about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could have possibly survived being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want aught to build with. The stone torches keep watching over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Okay. I was going to say, I think we're headed to a dungeon. Okay, so we are in the main city. So it's all the way over there. And obviously, we are going to have to travel there. So we'll head out this direction. I do like at least how this main part is laid out of everything is kind of, you know, a branch off of some main pathways and such. So that does at least help a little bit with navigation. Here it should be around the corner here. I think this looks like the right place. I see our marker over there. There we go. Snazzy. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained. But for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hacantonshires? I didn't think that Papa Sean would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make as ready as you can and enter at will. Fancy. Are we ready for another dungeon? Let's do a dungeon. Okay, we'll do it with other players. That is fine by me. And join. Yay. Maybe we'll actually be going in there with some of the other people who are here as well. I guess we'll find out. I love these opening scenes for dungeons. It's like, it's so cool that you get to see a bit where you're gonna explore. Alright, here we are. Okay. Gotta remember all the buttons for all the things, and also tank is number 2, and we want to make sure we heal him. Because that is the important thing. We don't want the tank to die. Because then typically that results in people being upset. But also it's like, we're early enough and it's not the end of the world. It's not like we're doing a raid or something like that. But still, you typically want to keep the tank alive. Door is locked tight. Did we find a tiny key? There we go. Yes. Open the door. There we go. Going up, going down. There we go. Ah, interrupted. What? Okay. Going down. There we go. This way? This way. Okay. I was gonna say, we could probably pull a few more than just those things. We can probably have at least a few enemies around. Smack them with rocks. We're smacking a kind of rock-like creature with rocks, which, in terms of Pokemon, is probably not super terribly effective. But, you know, serves our purposes at least. Ooh, that's a big one. Which, it's a giant. It makes sense. Alright. Where do we go? Out and around? Let's heal. Yes, because they're, you know, kind of being smacked by a giant. They might possibly need it. There we go. They'd be running before we even kill the thing. I need to remember that I can use my dot without, I don't need to be standing still for that one. The rock spell I need to be standing still for, but the other one I can dot them without having to actually stop moving my character. Oh, come on, kill them. There we go. Please, thank you. I pushed the button. Maybe we should do this one too. Because why not? Dot all the things. Smack them all. Here, there. Fancy. Yep, we're with ya. We're running. At least I'm with you. The other two are following. Smack them with rocks. Oh right, elastic. Yeah. Pop a little easy. Smack the things. Grab the fire sand. Okay. Okay, there we go. Gonna do the thing. Oh, there's more than, okay. Blasting device. Yeah, explosions. I like those kind of like interaction mechanics with this. It makes it feel like, you know, the roleplay aspect of Final Fantasy is so much more than in ESO. Like ESO, you know, there is people who do roleplay and such, but even just the story itself lends more to the role-playing factor of stuff. Oh goodness. I'm gonna say, don't maybe don't stand in those spots. Oh, move it again. Yeah, let's not get smacked by the giant. You know, in this situation, it makes sense, though, that oh, goodness. That the throwing the stones at a giant that's also kind of stone-like maybe makes some sense. I can still smack him with rocks as he's smacking rocks. That's silly. Okay, I need to remember all the numbers for things. Almost there? One more? I got the magic stick free. Fancy. Next class job. Oh, right, because we're 30. That's the other thing, too. We're not just going to be a conjurer, huh? Fancy. Shaft B4. Is it B4 something? Before the boss? There we go. Pull the lever. Pull the lever! Wrong! In this case, though, right lever, not the wrong one. We get to do another explosion. But I don't think... Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, we need more of the fire sand stuff. We need more explosives. Heal. Toss a dot. Smack it. Oh, one more. There we go. I was gonna say, did someone actually get the fire sand? There's the fire sand. Snazzy. I think we gotta get one from each side, maybe? Fancy. And there's the other fire sand. Alright. Not gonna go back to the explosive. Oh, there's a treasure chest. I did not see that. Alright. Let's see. That is of war, so I don't need that. I also don't need that. That is not for my class. Alright. Explosive down. Ooh, more fire sand. I'm assuming we'll need that. So I'm gonna pick it up. It's a giant blob! I like it. Why are we... I don't know why we're fighting a giant blob right now, but you know what? I'm not even gonna question it. Oh. Oh! It made tiny versions of itself. There's little blobs. Oh. Don't stand too close to the little blobs. Alright. Smacking his rocks. Watching out for what I'm assuming is poison things. Oh! Here comes more tiny ones. Oh, I accidentally clicked out of the game! I was like, wait, where did the sound go for a second? It's fine. No, I accidentally clicked completely out of the game. Oh, goodness. Out of the orange. One more hit. Yeah. Nice. Get a treasure chest. Get some fire sand. Alright. That is also not for my class, so I will pass on that. Adding the fire sand there. And blasting things off. Yes, it's super safe for us to just stand that close to the explosion. It's fine. It's a video game logic. Oh, we've got on us lots of healing. We're in a very small little space. Okay, there we go. Nope, that's not what... Nope, I didn't... Game, I didn't want to aggro the things over there. I wanted to attack the thing that's directly in front of me, not the thing that was like 25 feet away. That's fine. That's my bad. Now I gotta go through it. sometimes the tab to target does not necessarily make the best choices, is what I've noticed. No, again, it was just targeting the thing all the way over there, but there was like 3 things right in front of us. I don't understand. I was clicking to look, why isn't it doing it? I tapped to the next target, and I was like, no, we're gonna think that the next target is 25 gazillion feet away. That makes sense. It's fine. Smack it with rocks. Oh, you're big. Also, how in the world did they manage to live down here for 300 years? Alright. Treasure? I'm gonna go click on the treasure. I see that there's treasure. And that's something I already have, isn't it? Yeah, that's something I already have. Never mind. Not exciting treasure. Oh. They must have walked into the boss room. Slaves no more! Free! Free! Master must pay. Masters must die. Never again. I went the wrong way around the corner because I was reading the dialogue. Wait for me. Thank you for waiting, friend. Final Fantasy players are so nice. Also, they probably want their healer before going in there is probably the other thing, too. That is a lot of orange. I'm gonna cast this just in case. Oh, out of the orange, out of the orange. Ooh. Overlapping. That's fun. Honestly, I kind of like that, though. Like, move here, move there, move there. Out of the way of this. I've never actually done, like, you know, a fancy, complicated raid in this game. Of, like, the ones later on. I've done, you know, some of the big, you know, I've done, like, the Crystal Tower stuff, but that's actually kind of it. Oh, yeah, maybe don't stand in front of that. That does not look like a good idea to stand in front of. Oh, nice. Yay! We did the thing. Mazzy. Okay, and then we got some loot. That is worse than what we have, and that's not for our class, so we are good there. Mazzy. Yay! We did the things. Yeah, we did the things. Okay. Now we need to go back. Oh, we need to report back to them. Okay. Let's actually, I'm going to go attune to that aetherite while we're over here, because I think that's probably a good idea. And then we'll head back over to the town, or the city, or whatever it is. Okay, so while traveling and whatnot, I looked, and looking at the map, I looked at my gil, and I'm like, holy butts, how the hell do I have that much gil? I'm looking in my chat message, it says you've obtained 1,000,000 gil as a new world bonus? I don't know what that actually is, so if you all know more than me about that, feel free to fill me in. But apparently we now have a lot more gil, which is really cool, but also, what? I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. I was so confused looking at him like, didn't we only have like 8,000? Because, you know, I looked to see, you know, how much we had earned in the dungeon because I think we had about 8,000 beforehand. No, that's okay. Sure, I guess we have a lot of money now, which I actually don't know in the grand scheme of things how much money that actually really does in terms of housing. I know for Final Fantasy that's basically nothing, but why is this a duty? Ah, the Conqueror of Copper Bell returns. Thanks to you, mine and operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Sean the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Mama Dory. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. And in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Oh, I guess this would be why it's a duty. Please, sir. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo? I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades. You know, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crimes. You, sir, are an asshole. Your name is literally Obnoxious Merchant. Yes, you fit that role. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of thee. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. Yeah, I was gonna say, we're gonna jump in for sure. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's face. You lot, teach them a lesson. Cool, so we get to smack his ass then, yes? Please and thank you. We can fling tons of stone at him. Possibly. It loads. There it goes. I was gonna say, insert dramatic pause here as the game loads. Filthy bodyguard. Bleh. I'll take care of this. The rest of you can watch. Alright. We're just gonna keep flinging rocks at ya. I hope it feels absolutely fantastic. Not bad for an adventurer. Oh, good. I should have stopped at the 7th ale. Stop bloody whopping at me and give me a hand, will ye? Oh, here they come. Bugger, bugger, bugger! Smack it! Yeah. There's one down. Okay, actually, let's take this one out first, because they're the healer. No heals for you. Yeah. Thanks. Anybody else? I ain't get paid. I get paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Oh, so you don't even have friends. You have to hire your friends? Ooh, sucks to be you. Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye thrice over. Ominous walking in sync. I swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlenian Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff. It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thalion. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Like, people are trying their best. Madam, are you all right? Hey, we stayed on our feet this time. But what now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? Well, you just literally did that. So, yes. What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave that poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Grr, I will overlook this, but just this once. Seems like you lose, dude. God bless ye, adventurer. If ye hadn't come along when ye did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. Are we going to be outside, or is it going to leave us inside the building? Oh, or it's going to continue. Okay. I thought it was exiting. Case closed. Oh, hello again. We have been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a gil by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. Of this, we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Yes, thank you, Yida. And then there is the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning, for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take us up on our offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak to Mamadori, the proprietress of the Quicksand is a good friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Wait a minute. We haven't even told you the name of our order. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Defenders of Justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except Mamadori. She knows already. Are we ready for a pray return to the waking sands over and over and over? If you are familiar with the Rome Reborn. If you are not, you will understand in time. Thank you for coming along with us on it. Oh, there it is. Scenes like that are becoming even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be all right. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tale of a gentleman's woes with the woman folk from time to time. Ah, Sophia. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer Maureen said you'd be, Sophia. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing your description, I knew who she meant right away. Oh, thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. Yeah, I was gonna say we heard them talking. His name was Avery, I think? And he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are. You see, an adventurer's adventure, and swore that he would be like you one day. Oh. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired just as Avery once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Sophia Star Racer. I shan't forget it. Thank you, Sophia Star Racer. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. That was cool. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with it. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that just goes double for yours, Sophia. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Sophia, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Alright. Wow, we got to level 32. Okay. Fancy. Okay. We are going to end this episode here, though, so we will learn more about the Scions in the next episode. So if you are not already subscribed, I would super appreciate if you hit that button. If you want to leave a like and a comment, feel free to do that as well. If you are looking to see certain parts of the playthrough, everything is linked in the card in the playlist there. And I hope to catch you in the next one.